What's up, Poke Trainers? It's Mad Mew here again with some more Pokemon content. I believe this is Let's Play of Let's Go Eevee, Part 9. If you're newer to the channel, I do a lot of Let's Plays and stuff like that, and some other random videos, but it's primarily Pokemon focused. If you've been watching these videos, really appreciate you. You're great. Please continue leaving a like on the video, because when you like a video, it really helps the algorithm and it helps the channel grow, so I'd appreciate that. Please subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future vids. And leave me a comment on any random stuff you can think of or suggestions you have for me. I try to answer all my comments. That stuff out of the way, we're going to go ahead and get right into this episode. We're kind of going to do a little bit of a battling montage on this one, where we face a bunch of trainers and gain some levels, because we're starting to get slightly under-leveled as far as the more in-game content goes. So we're gonna go ahead and heal up first, obviously. And we just got the key to the gym, so that's pretty great. I guess we should actually get another badge on this episode as well. Get another badge out of the way. Can't get Sabrina yet, but we can get Toga and we can get Blaine. So we'll probably do those. And we'll probably look into some of those legendary birds here soon. Definitely want to catch those in this Let's Play, which Moltres will be the last one we catch, because that will be at Victory Road. Love riding on the Gyarados. Let's make sure we haven't missed any more trainers. Apparently we literally did. 2 seconds in, I found a trainer we missed, so we're just going to make sure we didn't miss anybody else. And then we're going to go defeat some trainers on the Pokemon Road. And then we also have a few trainers we have left. Well, not a few. Quite a bit, actually, I'd say, going down to Fuchsia from Lavender Town. But we'll travel from Fuchsia up, so we don't have to face that other Snorlax right now, because I want to leave it on the back burner in case I want to catch it in the future. Alright, well, if you take my baddie away, I'll hit you with the double edge, so we're all good, my G. I'm not going to mention anything YouTube could get mad about with music or anything, because once I mention it, it's like they always know. It's like they're listening when I mention something could have a possible issue with YouTube. So I'm not going to say the word this time. Did we miss this guy? Yep, we did. Okay, that's probably the only other trainer I'd say we missed here. Oh, and I mentioned Pokemon Road and stuff. We should actually travel to the east to get to where the Seafoam Islands are. We should actually do that as well. But I suppose I'll wait for a little bit to do that, because that's when we want to have some more Ultra Balls, so we can tackle Articuno and catch it. Plus, we probably want more levels before we take on any of the birds. Not very good damage, but that's okay. See if we can kill it with a double edge. Yeah, we can. Very tight. Might switch out Pokemon next. Yeah, he's got a Tentacruel. We're gonna go with our Raichu. Since it's pretty equal, what we can do here. I'm gonna go ahead and go for a Psychic for the possible special defense drop. Because I doubt this one Psychic will take it down. Obviously not. I think we still got our light screen up. Yeah, we do. Oh, there's the light screen down, unfortunately. Oh man, that sucked. Oh, now you're gonna drop. What a joke. Oh, okay, but he missed with everything, so it's all good. Feel the sparky. It was lit, fam. Also knew it would level up faster, so it's Pokemon to send in for this. Heck yeah, we won't crunch my G. This bite kinda bites. Nose, boy. Alright. I'm pretty sure we already fought that person. Yeah, we did. And we do have to fight this Ace Trainer, though. Coach Trainer, I should say. Once that's completed, we can skirt over to the Pokemon Road again and face off with them peeps. That's rough. Get a little HP back. Get a little HP back first, and then we'll finish it off with Patty Bad. Wow, never mind, maybe we won't finish it off. Oh, not that. Rip. Definitely rip. We'll try one time to see if he wakes up immediately. Guess not. LOL. Okay, well, how can you avoid it with my shout in your sleep? Such a good boy, he listens to me in his sleep. Okay, that ain't doing much. Okay, good boy, good boy. Wow, she's really committed to that strat, huh? It's kind of sad how it's got more speed. Wow. Power friendship, y'all. Oh, what am I saying? It wasn't actually faster before, it just kept tanking my hits and kept coming back with the lovely kiss. Well, no lovely kisses from that. Don't seem like it'd be too lovely. A little swappy to my Hitmonlee. Hit him with the jump kick and pray to God we don't missy. Oh man. If I don't hit Confusion and jump kick hits, we should be solid. Oof. Oof. Rip. Well, not rip. Wow. Good job, Hitmonlee. You putting in the work, my boy. Nice. Oh yeah, that's some sauce right there. That'll be useful. Too bad Hitmonlee can't learn any punches. I guess where he doesn't really hardly have arms. Maybe I'm wrong and he can learn it. Didn't think so. Alright, Snorlax, you be my elemental boy. What's his attack at? 99, that's not bad. All his moves are pretty good. But you know, I know Edbet's got Stab. I don't really think that's going to help us a lot. Double Edge would be more useful. Let's go ahead and give him Ice Punch. I think that'll be more useful. He can be like my coverage guy. Hello, little fella. Have you some good stuff? Alright, let's sky zippity zip to where we want to go. We've got the whole map pretty much unlocked now. We just gotta go to the power plant eventually to catch a Zapdos. Let's cave. Spacing out, I don't even know where I want to go. But Fuchsia City, we'll defeat them trainers on the Pokemon Road. The ones we missed before. Because we were in a hurry. What is it, little guy? Aw, how sweet. Each glass. I like that. You're such a good boy. Are you ticklish? Slap some more trainer cheats here. Get a little bubble trouble for some HP back. Probably need to milk these for as much HP as we can, because on the trainer road there probably won't be a terrible amount of Pokemon that we can actually use a water move on to get decent HP back. And I try to heal at least possible most of the time. Wow, didn't expect that, honestly. Did not remember it and able to use that move. I mean, it makes total sense for a Dodrio, though. I think Dodrio's not a bad Pokemon, but he's never been the Pokemon I'm always like, oh yeah, that'll be pretty useful. Like, I've never really thought of a Dodrio as, like, super useful. Leave me a comment if you disagree on that. I mean, I know its attack and speed are, like, not bad. They're kind of decent. One would even be able to say good overall for that stuff, but I think in the current landscape of Pokemon, they're pretty middling. It's pretty middling on the stats, but I guess in a Gen 1 playthrough, it might be pretty good. But even Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, it might be decent. Ramiro. It's a cool name. Got an Idiot. If it uses Mirror Move, can it use Bubble Trouble as well? I ain't gonna try anyway, so never mind, don't matter. Eevee's not super overpowered in this game, really. Without using some more of the starters, the game's actually got a little bit more challenge to it. I'm not going to say it's hard, though, because obviously it's not. I don't think with this EXP the game's given, we're not going to catch up. I guess the game wants you to catch a lot more Pokemon, so if you don't spend a lot of extra time grinding and catching Pokemon, keep your level pretty close to what the game wants, if not under-leveled, which actually makes it a little bit fun. Birdkeeper Jacob. Gonna destroy you, kid. Cannot quit commenting on how nice those animations are. Now, it would have been cooler, I would say, if one of the moves actually buffed your attack or special attack. That would have been a pretty cool secondary effect, I think. So far, so good. I could probably KO it, but it's quite a bit of damage on the recoil, so maybe Double Edge is not really the best move to hold on to. Probably should replace it with something else. Yeah, I think it might be more feasible to replace it because Eevee doesn't quite have the striking power, I don't think, to actually KO a lot of stuff with one hit, so that'd be pretty much the main reason to keep Double Edge. So I might go ahead and swap that out with something with more coverage and just don't worry about stab on this Eevee, because that just isn't super useful if I have to avoid it some of the time. Just to like not lose HP is probably not a good move to keep. Just like surfing. And they left a little bit of water over there you can surf in, but it's kind of like, what's the point, honestly? Can't really go far surfing around each parts. These might be a little bit easier battles. Their levels might have been slightly lower on this path. 37, I mean, not terribly low, but not like as high as we've been facing lately. I always find it fun to go out of order in Kanto. It's really nice that you can just pretty much go to Cinnabar almost anytime you want. Because even in Fire Red and Leaf Green, as long as you go get the Surf HM from the Safari Zone, you're still pretty clutch to go ahead and just go down there and slay. Cinnabar Island. Don't think I have anything super effective on a fairy at the moment. Yeah, I don't. So, I'll keep this. Maybe there's a steel type move Eevee can learn, but I doubt it, because I think it only pertains to its evolutions. I guess we'll just go with the psychic type move here. Oh, I just used a dark type move. Wasn't thinking about it, been fairy. Even though I just stated that, I was only trying to get my reflect up. Rep. Yeah, you can't mimic me being paralyzed, Chief. Yeah, Eevee just does not have the stopping power. So I'd say it's more of a... There you go, good point. It's more of a challenge to actually use Eevee. Even though they're really powerful moves, he just does not have stats to back up that power. I guess that's why they had to make him powerful. Yeah. See, even fighting these trainers that have somewhat lower levels than we've been facing, Eevee's still getting spanked around a little bit. So this is more of a challenge run, I'd say. She's probably going to use that Executor, I'm guessing. Well, obviously. Oh man, almost had it too. Even with the crit, we couldn't take it down. It's a little sad. But it's got more special defense. We'll keep Eevee in for Ninetales because we need to suck that health up. Can't really get ahead sometimes because we lose the HP, we just get back. Yeah, so if you're ever playing it just for yourself and you want to just kind of cruise through and have a good time, I would probably use all the starters. So that does make it quite a bit easier in my opinion. So we got Crunch on the Gyarados, and Starmie doesn't have a lot of defense, so we should be able to clap it pretty hard with the Crunch. Now if it knows Thunderbolt, it'll be in some deep trubby trub. Okay. That's lame. Some defense down. I do like the scale of Gyarados in this game. I think they did the scale pretty good overall. Okay. Hitmonlee I think we should walk with. Now if we take Aerodactyl out of Pokeball, does it actually follow us behind us? Oh, tight, dude. You can already ride it. That's very tight. Well, that's so fast, too, but the only problem is you can't battle a trainer. And that's what we're here to do. Bad kid or a good kid? Well, everybody, I'd say, is a dichotomy of good and bad. Overall, I'd say I'm mostly good. I guess you could say it's not always black and white, though. Because this ain't black and white. This is Let's Go Eevee. Yeah, I think I should get my fire type move back, honestly. You're a great kid. Well, you should judge people by their character and not by their battling skills there, buddy. Need a little exercise. Oh no, Samantha. You be giving off certain vibes there, girl. Yeah, we should have definitely kept our fire type move. It would have been a lot more useful than double edge. Guess we'll go ahead and hit a double edge though, see if we can get a KO. Daryl, you gone. Oh, I just realized something. On another episode, I complained about where's my Pikachu. I left it at the daycare. I remember now to see how many levels it would have whenever we get close to beating the game. So that'll be interesting to find out later. We're gonna wait till like the Elite Four to go check it. We're gonna wait until like right before we're ready to go into the Pokemon League to fight. Oh, an Eevee! I heard it. Where you at, little fella? Oh, there you are. Yeah, I'm gonna catch me another Eevee. Put back on the Pokeball. Oh, guess we should use a crate. Okay. Oh, you jerk. You little punk. There you go. It's been a little tricky for a moment there. Tricky. Now, if I did have a Vaporeon instead of a Gyarados, I will say, would have a lot more bulk. But I think a little too far gone now. Yeah, retraining it, it's only level 33. Retraining it up a few more levels. Probably take forever in this game. So I don't think we will, Chief. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it, my guy. Grantley? Okay. Set up a reflect. Oh man. I'm like, really? Just really though? Hopefully it'll have a Pokemon weak to water so we can get as much HP back as possible. A Beedrill. I messed with all that. Aerodactyl, bro. Oh, rock slide it to oblivion. He gone. I'm gonna let you be because I know how the stinger feels. We gonna get some of that HP back there, brother. Tell you what now. Gonna set up a little bit of bubbles here. Yep. We're double bubble blowing babies around here, brother. Oh yeah. Oh wait, did it actually defeat it? I didn't pay attention, I was busy making my voice. But yeah, there it is. Alright, give me a reward or whatever y'all do. Drill Run. I mean, yeah, that's a good move. It's not a bad move. Let's see. Cannot learn. I thought Snorlax could learn Drill Run. No, he can learn High Horsepower. That's what he can learn. I remember now. I think we fought him before. Yeah, we did. Alright, let's take our Aerodactyl out. So we can fly through here faster. I think it's this guy and the girl with the Flareon might be our last two people, because I don't think we fought the Flareon girl. Unless there's some other trainers that use evolutions up there. I might have missed them too, you never know. It's hard to remember. Wasn't gonna cowabunga me, that's why I set up my light screen. Very useful moves thanks to those secondary effects. Magneton. Really would like a ground type move. I guess I'll go with my Raichu. We'll do a diggy dig on it. I can dig it. It's kind of weird watching a psychic floating Raichu go burrow underground. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it'd be an easy clutch. 4 times super effective though. It's probably the ground one. So we'll swap out and go with our Gyarados. We'll waterfall that thing. Which Marowak have some rock moves. Put a damper in my plans. Yep, do it. Wasn't too bad. Oh yeah, because it still has Reflect up, I think. Well, you should have listened to the song. Don't go chasing waterfalls. You should have stuck to the rivers and streams that he was used to. She's gonna use that Flareon, so let's put this Aerodactyl. Actually, I think I beat her earlier. I didn't? What? I could have sworn I did beat her earlier. Well, this is great. Maybe I beat her before, but you can re-challenge people? I'm not sure though. We're gonna set this up because Flareon, normally a physical attacker. But he's gonna go special for whatever reason. Oh, but I think he still has like 110 on his special attack, right? Am I wrong? Is it like 65? I think 110's on some other stat. Like defense or special defense or something. Or HP, I don't remember which one. Alright, so we'll set up our Raichu. Because it has that ground type move that we want to use. You're a little cutie. Yeah, I've heard that from some beauties before. Alexis. I think I fought her before. It just seems familiar fighting that Jolteon. Watch me be refighting trainers. You got problems for using Thunderbolt against a Raichu. And then she used Quick Attack when she saw me under pressure. Done for. And this Raichu's working pretty good in this game. We got the Vaporeon trainer here. It's obviously another good mark for my Raichu. And it's fun using a basically Gen 7 Pokemon in the Kanto region. Okay, these trainers, they don't pick very good moves, I'm telling you. Two Great Balls. What is it, Chad? I mean Lee. Ooh, yum yum. Already fought you before. Okay, great. So now we've made it. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Alright, now we're gonna go back down to Fuchsia and heal up. And we're going to take out that gauntlet of trainers on the right hand side. We're at 39 minutes. Might still put this video a little over an hour to do this gauntlet, but we're going to try to get through it. We do want to change our moves though. Heck yeah, brother. Free stat change. That'll be useful for Lance, but right now I think we'll just get our Sizzly slide back. So that'll be our one move that goes off of our attack stat. So I think we kind of went down in power once we put in Double Edge. So we just had very few options overall. Yeah, that'll be a good setup. We don't need stab on Eevee. It's half the time normal stabs. Not really the most useful. But I think we got a pretty good team lineup here, I'd say. I'd be satisfied if this ends up being my final team lineup. So we got our overpowered Eevee and a Snorlax. The only problem is 2 normal types. It's kind of my negative critique. We do have 2 flying types, but we got some coverage with Eevee and some good support. Got Raichu putting in some work with its psychic typing, and the electricity helps pretty good too. Got our fighting type Pokemon for the myriad of normal types in the game, and a few steel types, a few rock types here and there. Then we got our water coverage, and for flying, we do have our flying coverage to beat the fighting types as well as our psychic. And our Snorlax is rocking great coverage with Thunder Punch, Ice Punch. Ice Punch would be very useful with Lance. Has a little Rock Slide on the side and some Breaky Breaky. So yeah, I'd say we're pretty balanced. It's pretty good. 260k money, which we're gonna stock some Ultras. Some Ultra Balls up eventually. But I don't need to buy those until we're about ready to actually go in and catch those legendary birdies. What's up, my guy? Yeah, I got that. We G, my man. He lost it. What you mean, dude? Oh, that's where you got the researcher crap. Kept talking about that earlier. I was like, when do I get that? Because I know I get that stuff. Bro lost my stuff. How could he? I like white style overall. I think we look fresh. We minty fresh, my dude. Oh yeah, it looks good. Look at him. Just look at the little fella. Alright, let's give him a little accessory. How about a little black bow? Can't see it anywhere. Alright, looking good. Won't save the game again like a crazy person. Bro just warped into a... Man just did plastic surgery on himself just by changing clothes. I think his skin tone even changed color too. Bro just Tyler Perry'd himself. Large shining bird. That's probably Articuno, I would think. Let me get that. It's moving around too much. Let's go with some Pokeballs. Till it sits still. Wow. Can't believe that. Switched out so I didn't miss. And then I got it perfect. You waited for the perfect moment to do that, huh? Switch back to our greats. Oh, come on. That was like perfectionist throw right there. Yeah, you got it. That was a perfect throw. It's beautiful. I was proud. Whoa. That was a 99. That's what's up. No, we won't use Screech. I mean, it could be useful, but I don't think so. We don't need it. Yeah, man, we got some levels on that. Knock out some of these trainers. Now, there's a lot of bird keepers on this route, so I probably should switch out to my Raichu and make it my primary Pokemon right now. Let's hit it with the burn. Sizzly Slide's useful. I was kind of crazy to let it go before keep Double Edge. Like, that's kind of silly, I guess, in hindsight. But I guess I thought Eevee would be able to get a little bit stronger, so I thought I could just Double Edge everything out of existence and then use my Bubble Trouble to get all my HP back, but it didn't quite work that easily. Try to knock out this long route, and then we'll end the video. And then we'll get back to the badges, I swear. On the next one, we're going to go for probably 2 different badges. Or at least one badge, one legendary bird, and then another badge and another legendary bird. That would be a good idea, I think. Yeah, I just said I should switch to my Raichu first, but apparently I don't listen to myself because I'm still here with Eevee. So I guess scrap that idea now. I'm a walking duality. Say one thing and do another. Now, I will admit, I really love Pokemon, but I can understand the people that say the gameplay gets pretty repetitive, especially throughout all the iterations they made. Because I can't see how it is kind of just going into each battle, selecting moves, selecting which Pokemon, and just selecting a move, and then watching the animation. I get how some people could think like it's monotonous, but I'm kind of crazy because the monotony actually appeals to me. Because if you think about it like in a philosophical fashion, whenever you repeat doing the same thing, number one, like I guess I'm going back to physiologically, number one, your brain enjoys stuff that it already understands how to do. So you should be able, I mean, the brain also gets bored eventually when you overstimulate it with the same activity. But like, the reason nostalgia exists is because your brain gives you a little bit of dopamine when it feels satisfied and it feels happy to recover something it already knows. When it reminisces on some information it already knows, that's why you get like the feeling nostalgia, dopamine hit. But back to the philosophical thing, with even the most mundane things, if you get like really into it and you live in that moment and you be like the concept of mindfulness, you're mindful in that moment, even though you're just doing the same mundane thing over and over, can actually lead to more overall enhanced happiness. So I think that's why some of this monotony in Pokemon still appeals to me, because I can be mindful of enjoying that Pokemon experience and kind of getting lost in like a fantasy world, and then my brain's not worried about like problems per se and issues I have. It's more, it gets wrapped up into this world, this space, this fantasy setting, so I kind of forget about problems, and now I'm thinking about, oh, what move should I put on my Pokemon? What kind of team building should I do? So it really gets your mind off stuff, because you can really think about multiple facets of the game, because there's the collecting, the actual battling, strategizing, team building. There's just so many aspects that add up. So overall, positive experience, I would say. I'm probably rambling a bit, but hopefully it's good rambling. That's kind of like my opinion with Pokemon, and that would be my defense for a lot of people out there that say it's kind of repetitive, kind of boring. Like, I can see where those people come from, but that's why I went into that discussion just now of why I think it's actually a very fun and positive gameplay experience. Pineapple berry. Okay. Let's see what all other trainers are here real quick. Okay. Oh, heck yeah, brother. That's saucy. See who all can learn Surf. Aw, it would've been so cool if, like, the Raichu could learn Surf. I mean, I know it doesn't always make the most sense, but it's literally surfing on its tail, so it'd be great if it could do that on water too. Just like as a nod. So at this point, there's been so many iterations of Pikachu, the surfing Pikachu and stuff, that it would just be neat. They do reference further and make it for Raichu as well. And I know I'm kind of reaching, but still. Who would not enjoy a surfing Raichu? Please leave me in the comments if you think that's a terrible idea and you would hate a surfing Raichu. Or on the other spectrum. I'm mostly looking for that kind of comment, but on the other spectrum, I like comments in general. So even if you agree with me, leave me a comment on that too. I'm fishing for comments today. No shame. And I didn't think about it, but there isn't like as many psychic type Pokemon to fight in the game than I thought of before, because if you think about it, the Elite Four doesn't really have a lot of psychic type Pokemon overall, and I guess a lot of NPCs don't have many either until you get to Sabrina. Okay. Getting the absolute thrashing of my life and hardly any HP's gone. I was too impatient. What's up, girl? Let's do it. Trainer Midge. Interesting name. Probably reduce its attack a bit with the burn first. And then suck away a little HP though. Honestly, the burn does better for reducing the attacks than the bad does with the reflect. Only good news is the reflect always goes to the whole party. Whereas the burn only affects that one Pokemon that I was facing. But I guess if I'm burning that Pokemon, even when I switch out, it'll still have less attacks, so I guess it evens out. I think it would have been cool if when they made the punching moves, like the Fire Punch, Water Punch, Fire Punch, Ice Punch, and Thunder Punch, if they could have done, oh, but speaking of, there's Fire Punch right there. It would have been really cool. They had like some kind of move, like Flowing Fist or something, that was a water type version of the punch moves. I think that would have been cool. I know they did that pretty much with Urshifu, but it would have been cool, like, if in the original, when they made those 3 punches, why didn't they make, like, a water-inspired move, too? Just to have all the elements. Might already have a Venonat. I don't remember. I want to get another one, though. That was easy enough. Oh boy, 127 EXP. Ooh, yay. It makes me very happy. Man, this route's long. Long dinner. But we're at about close to an hour, aren't we? Unfortunately, huh? 58 minutes, yeah. I could kind of just feel it. I could just feel when the hour creeps up on me. I always feel like I just get started playing and it's already an hour long video. It's just easy to get lost in what you're doing. You're focusing on it. And like I said, being mindful. Oh man, I hit the Jack Diddley squat. Switch out. It's gonna take all day. Raichu's been pretty clutch lately, so I really am starting to rely on it more. Okay then. Sand Slash. Yeah, we might as well switch back to Eevee. Take care of that. Easy. I mean, you get rid of Headbutt. Doesn't have good accuracy, but you never know. Might come clutch one day. Might make the playthrough interesting. Have to rely on that RNG a bit. Dodrio, I think we'll switch out. Might have a rock type move and spank us, but you never know. Oh, I was thinking of Doug Trio. What the heck am I doing? I'm cray, bro. I hit pretty good. I'll just let Gyarados finish it. Oh yeah, I didn't think one thing. I guess Dodrio is actually great in Gen 1 because the speed stat affected in crits, so that thing would be critting everywhere, so never mind about my previous comment. I think it might just be regularly decent in Fire Red Leaf Green and in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. But in Gen 1 I forgot about the speed and crit mechanics, so actually pretty clutch in Gen 1, so never mind. Use that baby in Gen 1. That damage. Switch to our Aerodactyl. He needs to get a few hits in. Used to try to rely more on just Eevee, which I still can, but I'm wanting to throw in some of my other Pokemon now. Now I feel like I've got a pretty coherent team together overall. This music gets a little repetitive though. Okay, he's gonna have some poison type Pokemon, so let's switch with my Raichu. Maybe use a healing item. I think we also got some potions. That'll do. This video might kind of drag on a bit, so if you do watch the whole thing, thank you so much. But I think I'd like to get this gauntlet just knocked out of the way on this video, so we'll kind of be done with our major training little arc here. Because I think the only other big sprawling area you have to deal with later, ooh, that hurts, is the Silphco building. But after that, we're pretty good to knock out the rest of the games. Victory Road is not that much of a slog here. Sucker Punch hit hard, so just gotta Hitmonlee. Finally, we're starting to slightly out-level our competition now. Oh no! I knew I was going to get very unlucky with that one day. I'm going to have to switch now. No, not with you. Let's put our Snorlax back in. He's still level 39. He needs to get some levels. I think he's got Break. Man, that Snorlax wasn't playing. He said, "Clippy clap. Clippy clap, you gonna get smacked." That's what he said. You know, it's weird. I thought he was gonna have Watch the next guy have the poison Pokemon. So I know some of these trainers here have poison type Pokemon. Like, what gives, bro? You weren't supposed to have a bunch of rats. Well, buddy, you're gonna get decimated. You got a big storm coming, honey. Blown away. Almost done with this second half area here. And we just got those trainers up on the boardwalk and in the fencing up there, and we should be good to go. Let's see, the one time that I decided to leave my Eevee in the first spot, I get sucker punched a crap ton for a Raichu. Thinking that I was going to get some poison types to fight to use my psychic prowess on, but here we are. It's a victory bell. Oh, victory bell, I meant a weeping bell. I promise. I've liked the series my whole life. I know stuff, I'm just saying. Stuff on accident. Getting sad when I'm such an adult. I'm mixing Pokemon names like, you know, your average adult doesn't know a kid's series very well. But I think in the current generation, if you're in between 20 and 30, that generation of people, I'd say actually do know kids' genres a lot, like Pokemon, maybe Yu-Gi-Oh! And some of that kind of stuff. It's what we's raised on, brother. It's probably a trait evolution, my dude. You're probably using a Machoke, I think. Heck yeah, you bozo. Get your buddy, bud. Tradey trade and trade it back. Finally, we're eviscerating the competition now. Thanks to those levels we gained down there. Oh, and there are a few trainers to fight going to Seafoam Islands I forgot about, but we ain't gonna stress them too much. So we're gonna get most of these trainers KO'd throughout here, and we'll be through most of our training montage. Come here, buddy. Where you going? Can't believe my throws were actually working. Went easier than I thought it would, honestly. Okay. Let's get up out of here. Let's send in our Snorlax and get some Thunder Punches or Ice Punches in. Nah, never mind. I'll send in that Aerodactyl. Really like using my Aerodactyl. I haven't had him very long. Not into it, but okay. Let's go. Benny, Benny, Benny. Good old Aerodactyl. Good boy smashes. Yeah, that sucks. Wow, you actually outdid my speed. Which I guess makes sense with agility, considering it got 100% boost. Hero's not super slow or anything. Hero's like decent speed, I think. Aerodactyl is blazing speed. I mean, can't y'all give me anything better than Pokeballs at this point? Come on. Even I'm getting bored of this slog, and I'm a pretty patient person overall. I'd say that's the only 2 major slogs in Kanto. Or 3 major slogs, I guess I could tally up. Well, that's not a good matchup. RIP. It only has water gun. It's not too bad. Ooh, that's a good animation. Gone. This will take you down pretty quick. Anyway, kind of forgot what I was saying earlier. Sorry, guys. So the 3 slogs, I would say, in Kanto, if you want to beat all the trainers in the region. 1 slog is the Silpho building. That's definitely an area where it's kind of a slog to get through, to an extent. Then you have this big long route near Fuchsia. That's the 2nd major slog. And then you can add up the trainers from that Pokemon Road / Cycling Road in other games. You can add them up alongside the trainers we're gonna fight in like the Seafoam Islands and stuff. You can add all that up as like your 3rd major slog. / Victory Road. I would call those 3 major slogs. Now, a 3rd one, like I mentioned, if you add up a few areas, you can count that as 1 big slog. But the major 2 are definitely this long route here and the Silpho building. That's what I'd say your major 2 areas that kind of get overly done a bit. I'm liking using this Aerodactyl as primary right now. T-Rex. I think it's got like, what, base stats of 130 in speed and 110 in attack, I think. And then its defenses aren't much to write home about, and I think its HP's average. I need to get behind here and get this Pokeball. Already fought you. How far am I gonna have to walk? I've walked 500 miles, and I guess I'll walk 500 more to be the trainer that walked 1,000 miles. Da da da. Oh yeah. Exciting gameplay. Just running through fences. Sometimes in life, I guess you feel kind of boxed in. Keep swinging for the fences till you finally win at life. It's a good motto. As long as you're not offensive. You know what I'm saying? Wow, that did a little bit of damage. Not a lot though. Bro, just launched a pebble at your head instead. That's it for you, buddy. Pebble, bro. Bet you're thinking me beating you ain't gonna fly, but it's gonna fly anyway. Actually, I think next episode I might just do 2 gem badges on the next episode, and just make that like the whole episode, and make those kind of short ones, and then, well, actually, that one will be a little short, but 2 badges will at least take a bit of time. Then I can just make 2 kind of mini episodes of me catching the legendary birds. I kind of want them to have their own video. So make sure you guys give me comments on how well you think I'm doing the pacing and stuff. That's why I think the next few I'd like to make a little bit shorter, so that 2 of the legendary birds can have its own video. And when I go through Victory Road, I'll probably just keep that video in with the legendary bird of Moltres, instead of having its own episode for that. The birds are kind of like majestic, fun little events, so I think those will warrant having their own video. Ah! Move! Okay, looking good. Well, our party has beefed up a bit now. It's hidden place, huh? No, I'm not sure if there's going to be any Pokemon I really need to catch in that grass. Oh. Oh yeah, I did switch out. Okay, good. Thought I was still rolling the Aerodactyl. I was like, that's not good. Finally hitting our swing now. Swinging through and actually getting some stuff done. Getting some good damage on all of our hits. Actually, no, I don't need to switch now, as I got my fire slide now. Oh crap. And then you just don't use the right move, bro. Just don't worry about it. At least he missed getting paralyzed, that's good. After I get through Sabrina's gym, probably be smart to remove Batty Bad for a better move, like an electric or the ice type move or something. Because I don't think I'll need Batty Bad much more after Sabrina's gym. Because like I said, most of the Elite Four, you're not really gonna fight too many psychic types. Oh, a Farfetch'd, I do need that. It's a jumpy bro right there. Heck yeah. And experience ain't great, but it's not horrible. Be much worse. Alright, now that rarity is bagged. Oh my goodness. Still ain't done. Boy, I'm getting tired of this, I'm telling you. I've done this game. I've done Kanto region like 100 different times, and this has never gotten better. It's always been, oh my gosh, every time. I'm surprised I still have the patience to do it at this point, but I really wanted a Let's Play of this game, of Kanto, on the channel. And Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee are the prettiest way to see Kanto. And also, the only capture card I have goes through HDMI, so I don't really have one for DS/3DS. But I'd mention that in the comment to a viewer, and I do apologize. I can't actually cover the DS Pokemon games, but maybe if my channel gets a little bit bigger in the future, we'll plan to maybe try to invest some more money, drive Blake to some more money, probably try to invest some in getting a capture card that can do DS. But another problem with that is like the DS is mostly, other than those Pokemon games that I'd like to cover, the DS is kind of dead now. So I don't really know if it's a good return on investment. Which I know it's not a big deal, but I think they're like over $200 for capture card. But if you guys know of any good ones that I can maybe get for a good price, definitely let me know in the comments below. Of course. Just want to half my health, huh? How selfish. Let's get some Thunder Punches in. Funsies, Snorlax, I don't use him much whole ton. I didn't think of that, it's even funnier, I don't use him a whole ton. And he weighs like more than a ton, I'm pretty sure. That's a nice animation on Side Beam. Pretty sure when I played this before and I had the starters, I was just wrecking through so much. I don't think there's probably a decent little portion of animations in the game I didn't really get to see a lot of when I played this because I was wrecking the competition so hard. This time I'm kind of playing a little more balanced, so it's more entertaining for you guys to see. Hopefully I'm entertaining. I might just be boring as crap still and just don't realize it. Hopefully not. And if I am boring as crap, hopefully you're using me to fall asleep too. Hopefully my voice is nice and sustainable enough to do that kind of thing too, and fall asleep too. Don't know for sure though. Give me all that delicious HP. Yeah, next time I'll do 3 smaller episodes, I think, after this one. Give everybody a break from the longer form ones. Kind of give me a little bit of a break too. Playing this game quite a bit. Catch up on some shows or something. But I try to make these videos as often as I possibly can when I'm not completely buried in work or anything. Oh yeah, it should. These last few trainers should go a lot faster now. They're getting in the lower levels now. Easy destruction on these trainers here. Alright, where are we at on time? I bet we're at an hour and a half. Oh yeah, we are. Man, I'm good at that. Like, when I mention those comments, I don't actually check the time first. Like, I just kind of guesstimate the time, and must be done enough Let's Play videos now. I can kind of starting to get to where I can just feel when I'm kind of long on time. The 2-hour one I made with Lieutenant Surge. I don't know why I accidentally always call him Light. I'm so silly. Anyway, the one with Lieutenant Surge, they ended up being 2 hours. That was an accident, because I had made one part of it, and I kind of had to stop and come back to it and put the footage together. So when I came back to play some more, I didn't realize how long the first set of footage was. So when I continued making the video, by the time I was done with my other part, I put it together and was like, whoa, this is actually 2 hours. And I was, like, surprised by that one. Okay, I think if that wasn't a crit, it would have survived with just barely some HP. But it probably would have went out to the burn. The little bit of HP it would have survived on. Fascinating. You get a reward now? Okay, well, I don't really need that. Yes, let's get on with it. Till I'm starting to get slightly tired at this point. Like, let's go, let's get on with it. Rocker Luca. Whoa, how fast that went, my dude. Went jump. Unplugged. Yeah, say so, buddy. I'm kind of happy he's not a trainer. I'm done. Getting tired, man. Move to leader. Okay. It's bizarre, but whatever. And lo and behold, nobody can learn it. Makes sense. Alright guys, I think that's enough for this one. Kinda getting tired. But anyway, if you watched this far, I appreciate you. Thank you for watching. Please leave a like on the video. Since I mentioned it helps the channel quite a bit. Please subscribe to the channel as well and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. And leave me a comment on anything you want to comment on. Even if you want to tell me I'm complete garbage, that's fine. Just leave it in a comment. I don't care. Anyway, I'll be seeing you guys later. It was fun. Thanks again for watching. This has been Mad Mew, and now I'm signing off.